is Right to Riot. I'm here with Blag Dahlia from the Dwarves.
Rock legend.
So to start off, I wanted to ask you, how'd you hook up with He Who
Cannot be named, a rock icon, really. I had to do my public service for my court in northern Illinois, and I would have to go down there and give blood, and to get hours taken off my community service, and so He Who would come down and get me high, and I would get super high because I had lost all this blood, So that was when I knew that I loved the man, Of course, he was horribly disfigured in the Falklands War, and so he had to wear the mask and stuff. I think he triumphed over adversity and went on to become a real rock icon.
Good for him. So we thought you kicked it. So what happened after 7 years? Why are you back?
Well, by kicked it, of course, you don't mean in the sense that you and I might kick it, but you mean in the sense of
kick the game.
Right, we kicked the bucket. Well, The Dwarves Must Die, because I felt that we had made the ultimate album, The Dwarves Must Die. It was so perfect, transversing all genres, styles, that the band had to die, and I made a couple other records. I made a record called Candy Now, the Russian girl singer, and did some old school kind of stuff. He Who, of course, made a solo record. Toured a lot. I wrote a book called Nina. And then one day I woke up with this song in my head, Let's Just Get High and Fuck Some Sluts. And I said, wow, there's got to be another Dwarves record to hang around this one song. Because it was perfect, it was like Aphrodite, it just came to me all of a piece in my head, So, Born Again is the result, and it's great because everybody song wrote on it, all kinds of He Who songs, Fresh Prince of Darkness, Rex Everything, all the guys, who made up the band over the years, and we got people from all 25 years of the band to play on it, and there's a DVD with it, so you get to see when I was young and cute, So it's really a beautiful thing, and it was sort of the rebirth of the Dwarves.
What else do you have to say about your new album?
It's another classic, transverses many genres, everything from heavy metalish stuff, pop punk stuff, noise, our first reggae breakdown, all kinds of weird things are on there. I mean, the Dwarves are the band that does every genre and actually follows through with it, and yet is at base a punk band, And I think this record was a little more aggressive and a little more punk rock than Must Die was. So I think even our fan base kind of likes it better. But I don't give a fuck about our fan base. Except for the females.
Speaking of the fan base, then, have you noticed that the crowds at shows have changed over the course of time as your music has changed? And if so, how?
The Dwarves are always kind of a young person's band, A lot of people kind of outgrow it. They go through their phase with it, and then they're done with it by the time they're like, oh, gee, I can sleep with girls now and buy a beer, On the other hand, there's those old school, old people fans that just seem to get more and more ancient and decrepit who just love the Dwarves too, so. No, it's like that Dazed and Confused thing, It's like we keep getting older, but they just stay the same.
Can you say it in the voice?
They keep getting older. Wait, no, what is it? See, I fucked it up.
Oh, we say the
Who
same
can really
thing.
be Matthew McConaughey? He's such a great actor. He's the Olivier of our time, really.
Nobody cares. And when I got this movie, nobody loves me. Nobody cares. And when I died,
So, if you could give some piece of advice to some underground bands that are striving to be like you, what would you tell them?
Don't bother. The chances of you being this good are astronomically small. You know, however, if you're gonna do it, you know, you should love rock and roll and don't get sucked up into the industry's expectations. They will waste your time and your money and make you sad. So do things independently. Make your own records, make your own shirt, do your own thing. That was what punk rock was supposed to be about, you know.
So why dwarves? Do they have big dicks? Is this true? I mean,
Well, you know, I'd like to think that I have a big dick, you know. You know, I think it like, you know, does pretty good. You know, I haven't had a lot of complaints about it. Except if I did a bunch of coke and I couldn't fuck, you know, and then I had complaints, but, you know.
well, what else do you have to say?
Well, you know, the Doors were a legendary punk band. We are the best rock and roll band of all time. So, you know, buy our stuff, make us rich, and girls with braces get in free. You know, take yourself to thedwarves.com. Have a lot of fun there. There's dirty pictures and free stuff. And just get it on.
Thank you. Yeah. That's what I want to hear. Yeah.